Looks like I need to get this open here. All right, get a little bit of light in here. See if we can get this started. All right, should be starting up momentarily, hopefully. Get this going. All right, we're going to start. There we go. See some people rolling in. We might be going live at this point. What is this doing? This timer is acting so weird. I think we're live. I hope we're live. Let me post that up. I've got a few people watching. It does weird stuff. All right. Looks like we might actually have had a real live start. I want to briefly thank everybody, all the support I've gotten while I've been working on my physique. Then I'll get to y'all's questions in a minute. I appreciate all of it. People have been so supportive. I've had people come in who are like, I wasn't even a fan. I was one of your haters, but you're actually doing it. So I'm going to give credit where credit is due. And, you know, I am grateful for that. I'm grateful for the support, the massive amount of compliments people have given as I've continued down this path of doing physique stuff instead of focusing entirely on strength. And again, I am actually grateful to all the people who have been supportive. I wasn't fully expecting that, and it happened. So I just want to thank you guys and gals. Now, if you guys watching could actually click the like button, including you, Nathaniel, you're asking questions and you didn't click the like button. I also know you kind of patrol. Just an FYI. No, they're not negotiable, dude. I mean, there could be some rare cases, but for the most part, no. Maybe if you've been a really long-term client or something and you run into hardship, we could talk, but that's about it, dude. Not for new clients, though. Omi, you would already know if they had, wouldn't you? All right. So let's get over into some of these questions. But guys, why do we have 3 people asking questions and only 1 like? Give me some likes. Also, if people could follow me on the fitness page on Facebook, that would be appreciated. I just linked it. All right. And then we'll get into some actual questions. Do you think flies are necessary for chest growth? I want to do a push day, but I don't want too many exercises. I think side ladders are necessary for my side delt growth, but can I not do flies? Plenty of people get a great chest without doing flies. If your chest is a weak link and you have big, massive triceps, you may want to think about flies. Maybe something to consider. If you're trying to get ready for a physique competition and we need that last finishing touch, yeah, we want to start isolating everything. Are you just trying to get a jacked chest and do you have an imbalance? Then you may not need to isolate it. Okay, it's not necessary. Sorry, my eye is itching here, guys. Let me sort that out. You know, but chest is one of those that, and you may not need to isolate it. But again, it does figure, it depends on what people are doing. Nathaniel, that's not how it works. That's a bad business model, I can tell you right now. No, they're not going to pay you more. They're going to want to stay at what they came on at, and they're going to feel cheated. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, Dean. Squats, deadlifts, and reverse hypers, enough for lower body gains. I only do these 3. And both squat and deadlift are going up intermediate level 2. Sorry, guys. My eye is just itching. I got something in it. Let me try to keep running this. I don't want to shut this down over an itching eye. All right. Dean, that's I'm going to say enough for maximizing your gains. No, you're going to be definitely missing some stuff. You're going to have heads and muscles that are not going to fully develop. You might run into some issues. Your calves may not be well enough developed. So no, but are you talking about just general purposes? Yeah, you can still get a pretty good lower body, obviously, just doing those 3 things, and you'll probably do pretty well. So when you guys say enough, you really need to specify, what do you mean by enough? right? Joe says, sounds like you answered my question. My triceps are massive compared to my chest. I've been told my chest is similar to Arnold's, where my development is mostly in my upper chest near my delts. Yeah, in your case, you might need to do some flies. Which doctor says, hey, Jason, bench is flying up using the Kino microplates on Amazon, about to close in on 300 bench. They're just another tool. Just another tool. Also, guys, can we get some likes here? Come on. There's more people asking questions than there are people giving those engagements. I don't feel like answering questions if you guys aren't going to at least give me a few likes. Come on. How many people are asking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people asking questions. Only 4 likes. 3 of y'all haven't clicked the like button. There we go. All right, that's a little better. All right. I'm not going to discuss business models there, Corona. That's actually not true, but that's okay. But the coaching will always be a solid, more reliable thing. It's social media pays us a lot. I don't know where you got that idea. It's just not always consistent. Coaching can be consistent. Not sure how to say your name. Dear Jason, give us ranges where novice can stop. For example, squat, bench, deadlift. Nope, there's not even a remote range where they stop. Abdul, you have 114,000 subs. Why so few likes? Just is what it is. Because it's a very long channel. I've had this channel for 12 years. And a lot of my subscribers came on a long, long time ago. My growth has been fairly slow past 100,000 once I reached that. So a lot of those people might not even log in. A lot of people have said they come to say, well, I've been subscribed for years and haven't seen anything come through your feed from you in 6 years. And I just realized it's there and I just saw a video. So there's a lot of that because it's not a new channel to where I just blew up to 100,000. All right, this channel went to 30,000 in its first week because it was my second channel. All right. Nathaniel, I'm not going to answer that silly question. Yeah. Hey, Nathaniel, do you lift, by the way? I'm going to ask you as a serious question. Do you even lift based on the things you say in here? Or are you just a troll? I'm going to recommend you start working out. All right. Corona says, I hear many content creators lamenting. You sure about that? All right. Does Mike O moderate test for decades give good nutrition advice? It seems decent. Chickpea baby thoughts on whoever. I don't know what that is. All right. Exquisite says, do you think you could create a new channel? Sure, in theory, maybe. Well, as I get leaner and better, this one will probably blow up. Okay. But starting a new one, because I already have the benefit of a check mark, it kind of helps me in certain ways. My back is because of some stuff I ate with the watermelon and stuff yesterday. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. Did you, which doctor, you see the check mark? You already know that I have a silver plate. Yeah, I have the plaque and everything. I've put it up at one time. I should probably hang it on the wall, I guess, behind the lives or something. I have it. So yeah, for those curious, to get the check mark on here, you have to, they give you the Silver Play Award with that. You have to apply for it. And what they do, they check the quality of your channel, right? And then they run a set of tests to see if the followers are real or not. Abdul, I have to go dig it out. It's literally like in that closet over there somewhere. I mean, I've shown it before. I mean, and I have the check mark, so you know I have it. All right, let's get back over these questions. Jason's a 435 deadlift good, no straps or belt. Yeah, it's decent. If it had straps, we wouldn't count it anyways. If you're strapped, your deadlift includes straps. We just count that as 0. Yeah. Waku says, is doing 10 reps really that much better than 5? Better in what way? Louis McDougall, hey Jason, any plans to put out a new workout routine? Maybe. Chickpea, how much does it cost to hire you for a 3-hour? I charge $100 an hour. My back says, the fact that Boogs has never actively said anything negative about you, even though he knows about you and could, says a lot about his character. Yeah. There's no way people with 1 million subscribers are not making money, dude. Shut up. There's no, if I had 1 million subscribers right now, Chick, I'm not doing a 3-hour consultation with you no matter what. You need to space them out. I'm not going to sit with you for 3 hours in a chat. You can buy them 1 hour at a time. All right. Jason, what are some good strength standards for weighted dips? I don't know. Exquisite, at what point is your physique journey do you think the channel will blow up? It's starting to come along a little bit now. It's been trickling up. I just broke 114,000. I'm going to say depends on what we define as blowing up. I think I'm going to see just an upward increase from here. Right? Jason, would it naturally be possible to deadlift 600 plus pounds naturally? We said that twice, without straps, assuming you're not a genetic freak. Okay. You just threw in a whole lot of qualifiers. A 600 plus deadlift naturally without being a genetic freak. That's pretty tough. Louis says, free bag puss. Bag puss is free. He's not locked up. He is free to roam around the giant walk-in closet he's chilling in. Yeah, the stream I can't control that the stream is freezing though. My connection is solid. I don't know. Do you talk to any other fitness YouTubers? Not regularly these days. Abdul, what are the cons? You can go research that. Then Abdul asked further down, does Chris Jones really live in Houston? No, he lives in Dallas. All right. My back says, as much as a skin surgery would suck in the short term, wouldn't it be the best long term? No, absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Keeping in mind, you're acting like that's a safe thing. Do you understand what you were asking? Do you not understand? This is not a minor surgery where there's no risk and like there's, nothing's going to go wrong. You are aware this is a surgery that goes badly sometimes. People die during this surgery. People are permanently scarred and look worse from these surgeries. This is not a small deal. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to lift weights for 6 months. Okay, considering the heart disease that runs in my family, the depression that I've dealt with, what's the probability that I wouldn't make it through that? A little bit of loose skin, I could just keep getting dieting down and tighten it up. Think about how terrible your advice is. Just think that through for a moment. Francis, what's the ideal height for powerlifting? It's entirely dependent on the weight class. Joe says, for a push day, can I do incline, no rib press, and no flat bench? I care mostly about upper chest and delts. I'm not against flat. I'm just limited on time. I mean, in theory, you could. I mean, I have some clients who are currently not doing any flat because we want to work their upper chest and they don't like it. Ben says, have you ever tried pig iron weights? Why would I? Someone says, you think there'll be a top of this bull run on the Bitcoin? I'm not familiar with what's going on with that. Waku says, I'm sorry the stream keeps freezing. Some people have said if you reload it, it will resolve it. Also, could we get a few more likes, guys? Come on. Give me a few likes. Follow me on the Facebook page there. I just linked if you have Facebook. Jason, getting a tan or using tanner would do better for his aesthetics versus the risk of loose skin surgery. Yeah, probably true. Fake tan. Alexander says, why don't you eat only egg whites it doesn't have? I actually do the omega-3 eggs for extra omega-3, and I don't eat a lot of them. My saturated fat is very moderated. My back, he doesn't have the genetics to handle high doses of gear. He's got pretty good genetics to get big. 550 Ben says pig iron weights have made guys use. That doesn't make any sense. What are your favorite upper back focus exercises? Oh, maybe upright rows. I guess any sort of really strict barbell row, dumbbell row. Those all work on your upper back really good. Can I gain muscle on a carnivore diet? It would be extremely difficult. It's going to be way harder. Joe, what do you think of Minzer's heavy duty program? I've discussed a lot about Minzer and stuff back and forth, more modern updates. It is extremely common knowledge what Minzer's favorite steroid was. By the way, so that's really a silly question. If everybody knows what a person's favorite steroid is, why would you ask if they're really natural? Exquisite, because I can't pin it until after the stream starts. Like I have to do it after, to my knowledge. Let me see. I don't know. That's a good question. Can I actually pin it while the stream is running? I'm going to check. Let me find out. That's a great idea. Let me see if it works. Oh my God. Nope. Nope, can't do it. So to answer your question, because you can't. All right. These things are getting buried. Jason, how did you improve your shoulder health? You were running conjugate a few years back. I remember you had some issues with pull-ups by reeling things in, doing band work, doing prehab work, all of those things. Michael Hearn has a permanent fake tan. So do so many WWE wrestlers. Good for aesthetics, I suppose so. How much grams of fat are you running a day right now? I don't track actual macros. Jason, do you think swimmers can be a good form of conditioning? Yes, obviously. Most neglected, underrated muscle to build. I don't think that there is a standard for that. But it totally depends on which circle of people we're talking about, which demographic. I would say most neglected historically in men is probably their whole lower body. But that's not always the case in some circles. Our lower body's overdeveloped, like the starting strength crowd. 550 Benz, do you listen to Alex Jones? No, I have not listened to Jones in a decade. I always thought he was funny back in the day, but it's not anymore. My back says, do you ever check how many steps you take during your community walks? Nope. Can you put things in this chat, Coach? Yes, I can. I can put the link right there, but I can't. What are you deleting? He keeps retracting messages. I think we got a troll there. Do you still use the football bar? No, I have 3 of them and I don't use any of them. Should you buy illegal plates and metric for a home gym if your budget allows for it and that's what you want? Thoughts on horse electrolyte fad going around? That sounds stupid to me. Why would you take horse electrolytes? Do we ever go back to speed work? I have no current plans to, right? Not saying I never will. Jason, were the bodybuilding forums back in the day? They were, I don't know, maybe. We had a lot of funny chats back in the day. I thought they were mostly just for fun and entertainment and goofing off and telling silly stories. Any tips on not overeating lately? My hunger is through the roof. Yeah, eat more protein, eat more fiber. Intermittent fasting can be useful. Abdul says, put the link to the study code. What study? Waku, do you think Alex Jones' physique? Yes, obviously, attainable natural. Omi says, how regimented is your training program currently? I have specific targets and goals every week. Do you look better, more muscular now than you did back in your original bodybuilding type days? Yeah. Jason, is it possible for a natural to have abs at 200 pounds at 5'10"? How good at abs and how good at genetics? Because here's the thing. Okay, so let's say you take a guy who's in the top 0.5% genetically, and if so, it's possible natural, does that mean that you can do it? Just because something is possible natural doesn't mean you can. That's also like saying, is it possible for someone to make $10 million their first year out of high school? Yeah, it's been done. See what I mean? There are people who have made their first year of finishing high school $10 million. So that's a totally obtainable goal. All right. Will you ever do a Murph workout and vlog it? Is pretty tough. I have no intentions of doing it. Any plans to record yourself riding Michael Hearn's frog down the street? No. Tony says, rip to the misc. No, I mean, I trained for my physique when younger. I didn't know as much about it as I do now. Omi asked I don't have any targets at all for my cardio. Cardio is purely done as a GPP concept for me. Okay. It is purely general physical preparedness, which means I don't really plan or think about it. I just do conditioning work with no game plan. And I don't need to have a game plan because my lifting is my main training component. Conditioning for me the conditioning work is purely about health. It's about maybe burning a few more calories, improving my blood work. All right. Daniel says, hey, Jason, fairly new to this fitness game. How much of a calorie surplus do you think I need? About 2,200 calories a day. I want to get big. Eat a small surplus. Gain a pound a month. Eat enough to just gain a pound a month. As you get bigger, train hard, you'll be fine. I don't think you need to really gain faster than that. Francis, back to your question, 200 pounds at 10% body fat at 5'10" for a natural is pretty dang extreme. I'm going to say that's rare. 550 says, I just pulled 405 for 4 without anything. I'm 5'9", 184 pounds. Is my Lord pleased? I think that's pretty good. I think that's a nice, solid base started. Keep moving forward. Keep working at it. You are doing great. Waku, yes, I use affirmations and stuff all the time. Coach, what are your goals? Abdul, I'm not going to go into my stuff, but I have made over 100 grand more than once already in more than 1 year. That wouldn't be a new goal. Jason, do you think swimming can be a great form of conditioning? Yes, for the second time. Jason, have you ever used Zercher squats? I'm not a fan. Did Louis Simmons' cause of death ever come out? The guy was in his 70s. He ate a junk food diet and had used gear for 40 years straight, nonstop, and admitted to eating donuts every day. I think we could probably surmise it was most likely cardiovascular related without seeing a cause of death. And I'm saying that as a massive Louis Simmons fan. Keeping in mind, it's not like he ever came off of gear. He admitted it. At one time, he had not been off of gear in an old interview for over 30 years. And he ate donuts every day. Just that's not an ideal combination. You getting back to 190 eventually at 5'8" or so. How am I going to get down to 5'8"? All right. I'll take into consideration. Usually I also have a cheat meal once a week. Daniel, gain enough to gain a pound a month, whatever calorie intake that takes. I remember you once saying you thought Louis might be in the. No, I don't think I ever said that. You sure it wasn't Joe Weider? Do you ever think being on gear reduces it potentially? The research actually says no, But some common sense would say, hey, eating a bad diet while staying on super physiological doses of testosterone for 40 years straight is probably not the wisest choice. Okay. We don't have actual studies to confirm that. But some common sense would say, probably not the best choice. All right. Matt, I really want to prioritize upper chest on a push day. Would we suggest a second lift after incline bench, incline dumbbell, or standing a second lift? Incline dumbbell. I mean, technically, as of this week, right? I mean, look at what I did this week. I did flat bench, but I did incline bench, incline dumbbell, and I did overhead press. Right? I did all three of those this week. I'm making my upper chest along with my arms a priority. Chickpea Baby says, very concerned for you, Jason. What are you concerned about? What is it that you're worried about and concerned about? Might want to be specific. Coach, do you offer advice to aspiring influencers? Yeah, if they want to do a consultation. Solid workout today. Exclusive. What days you think you'll come off what? Who said I'm on anything? My back says, do you personally think gear? I'm not going to go into gear talk, guys. We're not doing that. Have you ever done muscle ups before? No, I don't really see a need for me to do muscle ups. I don't think they're bad if you want to do them for fun. But what exactly would be the reason for me training them? Is the best exercise to test upper body strength the flat bench? Yeah, or a way to pull up or a way to chin up. Either in any of those will work. Corona says, I'm in here. Do you only answer? No, I answer some other stuff, but I like to keep it in the general direction of fitness for obvious reasons, right? This is a fitness channel. No, Chigbee, I'm not upset at all. I'm actually doing really great. I get annoyed by some of the silliness that does happen in here. So that's why it comes across that way. But I noticed that if I just ban people and you get rid of them, it's not a problem. Whey protons. Thoughts on CrossFit in general? If you're into hot moms, it's great. Yeah, absolutely. Best deadlift accessory. Where are you weakest? My back is bigger. Says, I noticed that if I do dumbbell curls unilateral, I do more reps on each hand, only holding one dumbbell at a time. And we're very aware of the phenomenon behind that. Doesn't mean you're going to grow more from it. Louis says, how much of a PR on the incline curl today? I used 33, so I did 28s up until then. And since I got 16 last time, that I went up to 33s today. The reason they're those numbers, my handles are 8 pounds, okay, or 8.1 or whatever they are. Why do you train at home better for gains in a commercial gym? Yeah, and it's convenient, super convenient. I have no trouble with any filming stuff. I have everything I need. I don't have to travel. All right. I noticed you have a very global outreach. Is that important to success online? No, it's not necessary. It's useful. Chickpea says, tips for overcoming cyclic depression. Have you considered talking to a therapist? Do you like trap bar deadlifts? Nope. 550 says, I like to do 500 to 777 push-ups, half flat incline, and 50 pull-ups. Okay. My back says, you still have shoulder problems and overhead movements. I notice you hold the bar weirdly. No, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't bother me. And I think it's mostly that my elbows don't fully lock out the way that I would like. And I think that's a factor. Plus, especially when I do the wider grip. My shoulders don't hurt. I have no shoulder pain. Ruthless says, given your age and length of time you've been lifting, have you gone as far as you can go? I think you ever get physique comparable to someone. I don't want to be that small personally. Like, I don't want to have the amount of muscle he has. I wouldn't be happy with that. Now, you're talking about, can I get that lean? Maybe if I keep dieting down. Waku says, I just want to say thank you for everything, and I love you. You don't hear it enough. You changed my life. Hey, man, Waku, I appreciate that. Dude, I appreciate that. Exquisite says, if you were locked up and had to bench 4 or 5 to get out of prison, what would you do? I guess I'd work on nothing but my bench and bench accessories. Coach, what demographic is your viewership, mostly age-wise? My largest 2 blocks, I forget, it's either 25 to 35 or 30. I think it's a close. So it's like 25 to 35 is a big chunk. And then very, very close second, I believe, is the next one up, which is 35 to 45. Nice in terms of programming. Can you explain how that is a PR since you got 10 reps? Because I've moved up in weight. The soreness you will feel the next day, Jason, from the push-ups is incredible. I'm not concerned with getting soreness from push-ups. My back, I don't want to say it flat out, but considering that I do have a history of very serious depression and lifting is part of my therapy, do you think it would be wise for me to go 6 months without lifting? I mean, think about a worst case scenario. All right. So again, given the history there and how much lifting means to me, that might be the end of Jason. All right. It's possible to overhead press over your body weight without a belt. What? Yeah, I mean, it's been done. Isn't an athlete next super strong and jacked? No, he's lean. He's not strong. He's not even that big. He's super, super ripped though. Hey, Jason, mixed grip or hook grip? I prefer mixed grip. I struggle. I have short thumbs, guys. My hook grip maxed at 550. Once I tried it there, I can't hold it. Chickpea says, wishing you the best, Jason. I'm sorry for all the nonsense you've had to deal with over the years, but I'm happy you're still going strong. I appreciate it. Waku, actually, that was the easiest time to get clients was during lockdowns, dude. And shortly after, that was the most clients I've ever had. At a point where I had more than I could handle at one time. If you continue to do the same programming to reach a 405 bench from last year and simply skip lower body weight, the extra recovery, I probably would have, yeah, except that I cut. Do you think you'll be raising the coaches' pricing soon, or is they inflation proof? I think right now I'm going to keep them at 300 for a while, definitely for a while. I mean, not forever. Has inflation affected you lately, especially in Texas? Dude, it's affected everyone. Satnav says, I think you'd be competitive on a bodybuilding stage in your age category if you ever wanted to do that. Man, everybody's saying that, even people really close to me, like people I really care about, so that's kind of funny. I feel like I'd have to get a lot leaner than I want to get, and I don't have big enough arms. Like my arms have to balance out before I could even think about that. How about I just keep working on my physique? Jason, so many guys talking about doing exercise, increase size of the junk. Oh my God. Wow. I mean, dude, that's the sort of stuff, like one of my clients today who we had a call with, he watches the streams. He loves these streams. He's a pretty successful guy. Like he watches them doing certain stuff when he's at work. And he's like, dude, some of these, he makes fun of the stuff that some of the guys ask him. The questions about size and they can't get girls. He's like, wow, these people are complete losers. Like, dude, he straight up dissed y'all. Just saying. Dean says, I can relate to you on the depression, and lifting also makes me feel better. But geez, what? I'm not even going to get into the whole, I'm not even going to address the whole thing about dudes worrying about their small penis. And just, wow. Sorry, I can't relate. If you cut down to 198 pounds when you smash the records, I don't know about that. I'm not far from it now. Any other strong men in your family line? Everyone knows I have NFL players and stuff in my family. Coach, I can only lift before 6 a.m. for the foreseeable future. Waking up is not a problem, but I feel very weak, especially my spine. Any tips? No, I don't know what's going on. I guess lift before 6 a.m. Joseph, how come I feel lat pull down so badly in my forearms, like forearms fail way before my lat? Sounds like a grip problem. Abdul, I'm not going to go into the specifics of my business. It's nobody's business, dude. I'm not going to break that down for my haters to try to analyze. Not doing it. Sorry. Jason, at what weight do you think you will be on a bodybuilding stage? I don't know. My back says, if you ever compete in bodybuilding, let us know. Love to. I mean, it's not like you guys wouldn't figure it out and notice if I started getting lean enough and started practicing posing. That would kind of be the dead giveaway. All right. All right. Again, Corona, I'm not going to discuss my personal life. Do you think you'll be working all your life? I probably will. I don't see myself ever fully retiring. I will probably always do something that earns money. It's just I was raised that way, and I don't know how to be any other way. Even my dad's like that. My dad still runs businesses and does stuff that hustles. He doesn't even have to, but he chooses to. Cash Newbie says, when doing wide grip pull-ups, what position should my elbows be in? I'm experiencing elbow pain. I notice my lats are not as activated. I need to see your form, dude. I don't know what's going on. Louis says, Jason, for my programming, I need to know if upping the weight by 8%, dropping reps by 31%. Are you really talking about my incline curl? Ruby, you already know why there's a problem with E and I don't care. I don't care whatever else he's done. He's done personal stuff to me. Okay. I don't care if he has gone and saved 37 litters of puppies from a burning building. That doesn't make up for the things he's done to me personally. And it's that simple. He's a piece of shit. All right. Waku, there's a hurricane near me. I live in Texas. All right. But I appreciate the concern. If feeling lat pulled onto my forearms is a grip issue, you should know you need to work on your forearms. Corona, all you do, talk to them. That's it. That's actually what my client made fun of. He's like laughing, going, these guys don't know how to get girls. Wow. Like, dude. You guys are the first generation in the history of the human race with this problem. I don't know what to tell you. Go talk to them. That's it. That's the entire tip. That's everything you need to know. All right. Ruthless says, where did you get the having surgery to remove your skin? Because of what they're looking at. Yeah, deal with drainage for 6 weeks. You want tubes sticking out of my side for no. For instance, at what age does performance in gym peak? 30? No. No, my dad is not a particularly nice guy. We have made peace, though, in more recent years. you get people are like, your dad's like a great hardworking man. I've seen my dad fire people. Trust me, you guys wouldn't like him. All right. I mean, he's my dad, so I have to love him. But just the context, you really have no idea how much of a hard ass my dad is. And how many enemies he's made in industry. Like even when he was in upper management for a company before he did his own thing, like He called the head of HR for the whole company a stupid effing C word. She was a woman, and told her she was basically useless and the company needed to fire her. The head of human resources. So there's your context. Not particularly nice. He's a little opinionated. Cheap pea. That's weird. The Huey McDougal. I can't keep up with all these different names. That's a blue pill. Exquisite says, what's a blue pill take? All right. Abdul, where did you get that? I have 2 ex-wives, dude. You guys have seen at least one of my exes on my channel, on my ex-girlfriends. I mean, come on. All right. All right, Coach, if a girl says hello to me, I'm not answering your girl questions anymore. We're done limitless. All right. A week says, sounds like a lot of boomers, tough, rich, a dinosaur. Yeah, I mean, just a context. I mean, my dad's a hard man. My dad was never easy on me. I think there's a little more to it than just talk to them. That said, of course, yeah, dude, it is all to it. Francis, Jason, can you do a handstand? Never tried. Coach Doc Mike just came out with a biceps video. One of his new exercises, him laying flat on a bench and doing curls. I've seen that before. It's kind of an awkward lift. I haven't seen it in a long time. That's really old school. Do you have any real life friends that don't lift? Of course. Ruthless, that's a valid point. And I'm sorry, guys, I don't know what advice to give y'all other than, I guess if he wants to use the term chads or whatever, just be a chad. There's your solution. Omi, I'm not going to go into that bit, but I'm definitely in the will. Benji, how do you approach women? All right, I'm not answering you guys' stupid ass girl questions anymore. All right. Hire me as your lifting coach and it will solve all of your girl problems. That's it. You guys will father 100 babies if you hire me. Problem solved. Dad, bud to daddy training. Done. There's your answer. $300 a month. All right. That's all of your girl questions answered for the whole vlog. Do you agree with Mike Israel that seated calf raises? No, they're useful for finishing off the soleus. The standing ones are going to give you the most overall benefit, though. Do I want the weight more in my palm or my knuckles when doing skull crushers? You want to be more in your palms. Why would it be down in your knuckles? Get your hand wrapped around the bar. Come on. Corona, my last. You think that was the last one? What sort of timeline are we on here? Jesus. She was in my videos. She worked out in a bunch of my old videos. Yeah. But I don't know where you got the last. Okay. But that's because I don't talk about my personal life, which no one needs to know about. Have you ever met Ken O'Body in person? No. Coach, if I'm on a deficit and have one cookie to reward myself, is that okay? I don't know. Are you still in a deficit? Why do you need a cookie to reward yourself? What gets targeted more on closed grip incline bench? Probably front delts. No, I do brown rice ruthless these days. I mean, I've been a fan of all types of rice, dude. I do jasmine, I do basmati. These days, I'm mostly doing brown rice, though. What do you need instructions? That's what we have Instapots. You press the button. Jeff Nippert and others preach doing cable lateral raises being far superior to dumbbell lateral raises. Is true. Why would it be true? No, Corona, you need to assume that my personal life stays off the internet. So that's why people don't know anything and they have all these crazy rumors because they don't need to know my personal life. What's the ideal grip for standing overhead press? What are you trying to do with the standing overhead press? The grip is going to depend on what you're trying to do. You're trying to move the most weight, like starting strength style, a close grip. You're trying to build the most shoulder and upper chest. You need a wider grip. Thoughts on having a small overflow fridge when my main fridge is full? It's not a bad idea. Would you say a 0.8 kilogram weight loss per week is reasonable and healthy? Yeah, until you get real lean. Louis says, what are some solid arm strength goals to get stronger than you were? A week, I'm not going to answer that question. I have a home gym. All right. So we'll leave it at that. People decide within 0.313 seconds whether someone's attractive. No talking needed. No, not always. Do you have a strong emotional attachment to your birthday? Nope. No, I mentioned my age for marketing. I don't really even celebrate my birthday. Have you seen some of Eric Bugenhagen's recent rants against science-based literature? It's hilarious. No, but I can see some of it. No, chickpea, I don't necessarily recommend that. I mean, unless they're trying to build themselves up to attract the woman they want. But no. Monk mode. You tell me young guys are going to go without pussy. That's called an incel. All right. Hey, Louie, hire me as your coach. I'll write all the programming for you. Problem solved. $300 a month. Because I'm not going to write your progression here. Thoughts on shaving the beard? No, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it for the foreseeable future. Coach, how much income do you think you realistically? No, I'm not answering that. What it says? No, I don't actually care less. Like, do you even ask? I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. That's a sign of immaturity. All right, this weirdo needs to go. All right. Do you think the rack pulls Adobe the knee will increase? No, I hope not. Is there a small sliver of a chance that Martin Burkham is natural? I could really care less at this point. Jason, do you have any idea why Dr. Mike craps on push-pull legs but pimps his training app and generates a better personal workout? Because it's his business. Look, let's put it this way. If I sold a protein called the Orc Mode protein, of course I would pimp my protein and I would explain to you how every other protein is complete crap. Right? course. So there's your answer of why he does it. Because he's not selling it. My back says, I don't judge anyone who for wanting their woman. Why would you judge? Who said no? No, I'm not judging you for that. I'm judging you for, are you asking them their body count? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying I've never asked any woman I've ever dated how many dudes she's been with. Sorry, I just don't care. Benji G, Jason, see, but there's the point, my back. Why are people going to ask me girl questions and they get offended by my answers? Maybe they shouldn't ask the questions then. I don't even want to talk about it. All right. That's someone who can get through. All right, we're at 51 minutes. Give me a second. I can actually check that one. Yeah, it's kind of an important text. Give me a second. Okay, it's an important text. No, I don't use bands and chains. I just don't need them right now. I do some band work off and on, just prehab stuff. Are you going to participate? No. Where do you guys come up with this silly stuff? Participate in that November. Wow. All right. No hymen equals a. Oh my God. Woo. I'm not even going to get into the fact that grown men actually are talking about hymens in the modern world like this is a sign of virginity. Well, somebody's failing basic biology. Jesus Christ. All right. Is 17% body fat percentage an athletic one? Reasonably. We spoke about docs yesterday. Have you seen Grizzly Man? About a man who lives with bears for 13 years. No, I've never seen that. What the heck is human? Yeah, I'm not going to answer these guys' girl questions, but some things are basic biology. Like, I'm just going to say straight up, dude, if you actually think that a hymen is how you determine if a woman is a virgin or not, you fail basic biology, guys. Sorry. Number one, they regrow. Number two, all sorts of stuff break them. Riding a bike, riding a horse. Jesus Christ. No, they don't need guidance, Abdul. It's not my job. They need to go fix it themselves. It's not my problem to fix it. They need to hire me as their coach. There's their solution. I'll get them jacked. Okay, Coach, very thankful you answered all my questions these past months. Even though some may have been a little silly, I've learned a lot. I truly do appreciate you and your content. Love from Indonesia. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, where are we at? All right, we're 54. Do we have any other interesting questions? Anything training related before we wind this down? Benji, but I don't want to give dating advice. Best tricep extension exercise in your opinion? Uh, maybe a rope press down. I mean, I could make the case though for like I like incline extensions of things. The full behind the head, not everyone's shoulders handle them well. I mean, they could be really great. So again, there's a lot. I don't know. We can narrow it down to just one, right? Robert, no, he would be the one who is scared. There's a reason that guy hides. All right. Beef jerky, a good protein source? I don't think necessarily. It's not a very cost effective protein source. Beef jerky is more expensive than just buying beef. But there's nothing wrong with it. What are your thoughts on Black Forest ham slices or oven roasted chicken slices of protein for a sandwich? People diminish sliced meats. No, I think chicken and turkey are fine. I don't like ham personally. I just don't care for the taste of ham. I've never liked it. So you're asking my thoughts. It doesn't taste good. Well, chickpea, maybe they shouldn't be asking me silly stuff about their celibacy and they wouldn't get my answers. Just do whatever you want, guys. You do you and leave me out of it. How's that sound? Weird question. Can drastically increasing your carb intake add an inch to your muscles from the glycogen? An inch? Not on a natural. All right. I'm just going to get rid of this. Yeah, the guy, the pink Louis is definitely. He can't even do basic math. 28-pound dumbbells going to 33s are not 2.5 pounds. Thoughts on peanut butter? I like peanut butter. All right. So apparently no other training questions. Everyone's asking about celibacy. This is probably not the right person to be talking to about that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wind this down. You guys, other people, you can go find a channel about monks and celibacy and being a Catholic monk if that's what interests you. But I'm going to go ahead and wind this down. So I hope it's been informative. I love all of you guys. Let me give you guys a forearm shot before we go, and I'll talk to you guys next time.